Last week we have learned the first exercises on mindful breathing. And the third one is breathing in. I am aware of my whole body. Aware of body. Thân giác. When you breathe in, you connect with your body. You bring your mind home to the body. And you remember that you have a body. And this is a very important exercise. Because in our daily life, very often our body is there, but our mind is elsewhere. And we forget that we have a body. We are in a state of dispersion. We are caught by our thinking. We are caught about the sorrow, the regret concerning the past. We are caught by the fear, anxiety about future. We are caught in our anger, in our projects. Our mind is not with our body. We are in a state of dispersion. Dispersion is the opposite of concentration. When you are there and concentrated, you can get in touch with what is there deeply. What is there is you have a body, you have a life. And around you there are wonders of life to be in touch with. And inside of you there are wonders that you can get in touch with, because your body is also a wonder. And the world is a wonder. The sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, the river, the hills are all wonders. And true life is possible only with concentration and mindfulness. If you are in a state of dispersion, you are lost. Our thinking is very seldom productive. Thinking is sometimes productive, good, but most of our thinking are not productive. They pull us away from the here and the now. And it is in the here and the now that we can encounter real life. We can encounter our body and many other wonders of life that are available in the here and the now. So I think, and I get lost in my thinking. I'm not there. I think, therefore, I am not there. Je pense, donc je suis pas là. Pour la vie. And that is why it's very important to learn how to stop the thinking. It doesn't mean that thinking is evil, because thinking is sometimes very productive. But most of our thinking are not productive. They can bring sorrow, fear, anger. So we learn to stop thinking in order to begin to feel. You feel the presence of your body. You feel the presence of the wonders of life that are available in the here and the now. And if you feel the presence, you can get the nourishment and healing that you need. the sunshine, the fresh air, the beautiful trees, your lungs, your in-breath and out-breath. So if you are in touch, you touch the wonders of life and you get the healing, the nourishment. So the third exercise is to breathe in mindfully. And during the time you breathe in, you touch, you realize, you are aware that you have a body. So this is kind of happy reunion between mind and body. And it may take only a few seconds for you to be anchored in the here and the now, to be established in the here and the now, so that you can truly live your life. We have to be in the here and the now in order to be alive, because the teaching is very clear. The past is no longer there. The future is not yet there. Only the present moment the wonders of life is available only in the present moment. So the secret of meditation is to bring the mind home to the body and to be in the here and the now. It's very simple. And stop the thinking will help. And you begin to feel the presence of your body, of the wonders of life around. And if our mindfulness is good, is strong enough, and then there is a concentration, mindfulness, the energy of mindfulness carry within herself the energy of concentration. Because when you are mindful of something, very mindful of something, you are concentrated on it. Suppose you are mindful of your body, breathing in, I know my body is there. And then your body becomes the only object of your mindfulness. Mindfulness of body, that is the practice. And mindfulness, when mindfulness is strong enough, concentration is born. And the object of your concentration is also your body. Only the body. And mindfulness and concentration, when they are powerful enough, they can make a breakthrough in a percée dans la réalité. And you get the insight. You discover things. You get the realization. And that is called insight. Mindfulness is the first energy. And mindfulness brings about concentration. And together, mindfulness and concentration bring insight. Tuệ. This is smrti. This is samadhi. And this is prajna. And to meditate means to generate these three kinds of energies. And you don't have to ask for them from the outside. Everyone has a seed of mindfulness. Everyone has a seed of concentration. Everyone has a seed of insight within himself or herself. And with the practice, we have these seeds to manifest as energies. And these are three kinds of energies that make a Buddha. It makes you awake It makes you be there fully, body and mind together. It makes you touch all the wonders of life. It makes you stop running to look for happiness elsewhere. It helps you to see that happiness is possible in the here and the now. And it makes joy and happiness possible right away in the here and the now. Because with mindfulness and concentration strong enough, you discover inside that your body is there, all the wonders of life are there. There are so many conditions of happiness that are already available. These are already inside. And that insight can help you to be free from your worry, your fear, your longing, your searching. That kind of insight helps you to recognize there's many conditions of happiness that are more than enough for you to be happy here and now. And it brings freedom and joy and happiness. So these three energies can be generated by the practice of breathing, of walking, of sitting, and so on. And when you are inhabited by these three wholesome energies, you have the element of holiness in you. We speak of la sainteté, holiness, but we don't know exactly what it is. In this teaching, it's very clear. Holiness is made of mindfulness, concentration, and insight. When you are inhabited by these three energies, you are a Buddha. In Christianity, we speak of the Holy Spirit. But the Holy Spirit can be interpreted as mindfulness, concentration, and insight. Because where these three energies are, life is, healing is, nourishment is, happiness is. So it is possible to generate the energy of holiness. And when these energies of holiness in you, you don't suffer anymore. You are free. And I can call you your healing. Good morning, your holiness. Everyone can be holy if they know how to generate the energy of mindfulness, concentration, and insight. And it is not too difficult. Like when I pour the tea, I like to pour the tea mindfully. And when I pour the tea mindfully, my mind then does not think of the past, of the future, of my project. My mind is focused on pouring the tea. I am fully concentrated on the act of pouring tea. Pouring tea becomes the only object of my mindfulness, concentration. And that can bring many insights. I can see that in the tea there is a cloud. Yesterday it was a cloud, but today it is my tea. You see things, and that is insight. And insight is not something very far away. With mindfulness and concentration, you can begin to get insight that can liberate you and bring you happiness. Suppose you breathe in mindfully, and you focus your attention on your in-breath. And that is called mindfulness of breathing. Mindfulness of pouring tea, mindfulness of drinking tea, mindfulness of walking, mindfulness of breathing. And when you breathe, you focus your attention only on one thing, your in-breath. And that is concentration. And you are concentrated in your in-breath. And if you are really concentrated in your in-breath, insight can come right away. You might get the insight that you are there, alive. You are there and you are alive. And that is an insight. Because to be alive is a miracle. To be still alive is a miracle. In the past, living in the war, I have encountered many situations where I could die in a few minutes, a few seconds. One time they threw a grenade into my room. Happily, I was not there. And so the fact that I'm sitting here, this moment is a miracle. So while breathing in, focusing your attention on your in-breath, you might touch the miracle of being alive. And being alive is a miracle, and the greatest of all miracles. Because if you are already dead, you cannot breathe in anymore. Because you are breathing in, you know that you are alive. When you have already breath, your last, no amount of money can help you to breathe in again. So I'm breathing in, and I get the insight that I'm alive. I'm breathing in, I feel alive. I know I'm alive. And when you breathe out, you can already celebrate the fact that you are alive. And breathing out like that can bring joy, happiness. So insight is not something far away. Insight is enlightenment, awakening. You are enlightened on the fact that you are alive. You are awakened to the fact that you are there, still alive. And there are many insights like that that can happen while you breathe in mindfully. You breathe in and you realize that your 2 feet are still strong enough for you to walk and jump and run. There are those of us who can no longer walk. So when I practice walking, happiness is possible. Many friends of mine of the same generation cannot walk anymore. And I'm still capable of using my feet and walking with you. It brings a lot of happiness. Just walking. And every step can generate the energy of joy and happiness thanks to mindfulness, concentration and insight. And that is meditation. To bring your mind home to your body and establish yourself in the present moment using the energy of mindfulness, concentration, and touch the wonders of life, the conditions of happiness that are available, and make joy and happiness and freedom possible in the here and the now. Everyone can do. Everyone can pour his tea mindfully. Anyone can drink her tea mindfully. It's called mindfulness of drinking. Instead of allowing us to think of the past or the future, just focus our mindfulness on drinking. I'm here, fully present in the here and the now. And the only thing I touch is my tea. If I am mindful of my body, and become established in the here and now. I become something very real. And when I'm real, something else is also real, life. The tea I'm holding in my hands is something real. Because I'm real, that is why the tea becomes also real. And the encounter between me and the tea is real life. If you are possessed by fear, anger, or thinking, you are not truly there, and your tea is not truly there. They are not real. You and your tea are not real. It's not true life. And that is why the energy of mindfulness makes things true and alive. And that is why the practice of mindful walking, mindful sitting, mindful breathing that help generate the energy of mindfulness is the basic practice. You can take a shower in mindfulness and enjoy entirely the time taking shower. When you prepare your breakfast, if you allow mindfulness to be in every moment, you enjoy making breakfast. And it is a time of happiness. Every moment of breakfast making can be a delight. And when you wash the dishes, you can wash the same way. To feel, to breathe in and to feel alive, standing, and recognize that the water is flowing. Water has come from far away to your kitchen. Get in touch with water and wash your each plate, each bowl in mindfulness can be a joy. And you don't need to hurry in order to finish with dishwashing. You can enjoy washing. You are in the kingdom of God, washing your dishes. Because washing your dishes is also as holy as doing sitting meditation or walking meditation. And when you go to the toilet, the bathroom, you may choose to urinate in mindfulness. You take the time and enjoy urinating. Why hurry? Time is for us to live. It can be a very pleasant moment to urinate. Happiness and freedom is possible during the time you urinate. You don't want to do it quickly in order to do other things. And that is why in meditation centers, they put a flower pot in the toilet room to remind that this is a meditation hall also. Enjoy the time when you take your shower. Enjoy the time when you prepare your breakfast. Enjoy the time when you urinate or defecate. It can be very pleasant. And when you brush your teeth, brush in such a way that make freedom and joy possible. You have 2 minutes, 3 minutes of toothbrushing. Make them into a happy moment. And if you can get happy during the time of brushing your teeth, and then button up your vest can be a joy also. Every moment of your daily life can be a happy moment if we know how to allow mindfulness to be present and concentration. And with mindfulness and concentration, we can enjoy every moment that is given us to live. That is an art of living. We need freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from our sorrow, our regret concerning the past. The past may become a prison. We cannot get out of the past. And mindfulness helps us to get out of the prison of the past and to be with the present moment. The future can be a prison also, because many of us are afraid of the future, are uncertain about the future. We are anxious about the future. That is why the future has become a prison. And we have to get out of the prison. And breathing in, bringing our mind home to the body and to come back to the present moment is already liberation. So these three kinds of energies are agents of liberation. They can help us to be free. True happiness is not possible without freedom. And we have to learn the habit of being free. When we sit like a free person. Light, happy, enjoying our body and the time of sitting. When we walk like a free person. We do not allow the past, the future, our project, our fear to get hold of us. We are free and we taste every step. Every step is freedom, every step is nourishment, every step is healing, every step is joy. And we can borrow the collective energy of the group in order to walk. We flow like a river. And walking like that is a kind of celebration of life. Every step is a celebration. We arrive in the here and the now. We arrive in the kingdom of God, in the Pure Land of Buddha with every step. We practice not only with our mind, but also with our body, with our in-breath and out-breath. Because in meditation, mind, body, and breath are always together. And when these things are together, you are well established in the here and the now, free. And you can live every minute of your daily life deeply. You don't waste your life. When I see you walking like that, relaxingly, happily, mindfully, I know that you are in the kingdom of God, in the Pure Land of the Buddha. And I am motivated by the desire to walk like you. And I breathe in, and I'm aware of my in-breath. I make a step. I'm aware that I'm alive. I touch the Bodhisattva, great earth, a beautiful Bodhisattva. And I also penetrate into the Pure Land of the Buddha, the kingdom of God. So your practice is very helpful. You just walk mindfully and breathe mindfully, and all of us will profit from your practice. You are a bell of mindfulness. You remind us to go home to the here and the now and become alive again. You think that you are not doing something to help us. That's not true. You are walking mindfully. You enjoy every step. You generate the energy of joy and happiness in yourself. You are helping us. We need people like you, happy people, free people, joyful people. And when we see you walking like that, we want to do like you. And together we generate a powerful collective energy of mindfulness and peace that will help heal every one of us that help nourish our children. And that's why when we come together and practice together like this, we have a chance to produce that kind of collective energy, mindfulness, compassion, concentration, insight, joy, that can help change the world. We don't need more money or fame or wealth in order to be happy. Just generating these three kinds of energies, and we can create freedom and happiness for us and for many people around us. We have a chance to be together. From your tent, walking to the dining hall, why don't we enjoy every step? We are here for that. Enjoy every step. Get the pleasure in every step. Every step should provide us with pleasure and joy and freedom. And we know that we can do that. We have a habit of running. We have been running a lot. Now we have to recognize the habit of running and stop running and begin to learn to live our life properly and deeply. And we are supported by brothers and sisters in the practice. We come to do that together. And after a week, it may become a habit of walking happily, breathing happily, sitting happily, eating happily, toothbrushing happily. That is a good habit to learn to live mindfully every moment, to learn to be happy in every moment. We don't need to wait until tomorrow to be happy. Qu'est-ce qu'on attend pour être heureux? Qu'est-ce qu'on attend pour faire la fête? We can celebrate, and every step is to celebrate life. And thanks to mindfulness, concentration, and insight, we can do that. The second exercise is to follow your in-breath and out-breath all the way through. Breathing in, I follow my in-breath all the way through. There is no interruption. I am only focused 100% my mind on my in-breath. And breathing in like that, I make concentration possible. Mindfulness and concentration generated by your in-breath and by your out-breath. Follow your breath. And the first one is to be with your breath, to be with your in-breath and out-breath. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath. I become my in-breath. Breathing out, I am with my out-breath. You become your in-breath, your out-breath. You are only with your in-breath, with your out-breath. You are nothing else. And you can enjoy too. Because breathing in is something enjoyable. When your nose can breathe freely, when your lungs do not have asthma or something like that, you can enjoy breathing in the fresh air and sun. So sitting or walking or standing, you can enjoy your in-breath and out-breath. And this is not hard labor. You do not have to force yourself to breathe in and out. You allow yourself to breathe in and out naturally. You just become aware that you are breathing in, you are breathing out. That is good enough. And the fourth exercise is to release the tension in the body. Thân hành tức. This is a calming the body. This is become aware of the body. And then the fifth exercise is to produce, to generate joy. Breathing in, I bring in a pleasant feeling, a feeling of joy. This is not imagination or wishful thinking. This is possible with mindfulness. Because breathing in mindfully, you may get the insight that there are so many conditions of happiness that are there. Your feet are strong, your eyes are still in good condition, your ears, you can enjoy the sight, the sound, you can enjoy the walk. So walking meditation become a pleasure, a delight. So when you touch the condition of happiness, joy is born naturally. The joy of being alive, the joy of having opportunities to practice, to heal, to nourish, to release the tension. The joy of being practicing with other practitioners. Joy is possible at any moment. And if you are a good practitioner, you can bring a feeling of joy in at any time you want, any time of the day, just by using mindfulness and recognize that you are luckier than many other people. There are those who are caught in war, political suppression, being in jail. There are those who suffer for social injustice and so on. And we are in an environment that has enough freedom. We have the fresh air. We have a place to walk, a place to sit. We have something to eat this afternoon, today. You don't have to go 10 kilometers enough to fetch some water to drink. There are many conditions of happiness available, and we overlook them. We take them for granted. We don't treasure them. So mindfulness helps us to recognize them and treasure them. And by that kind of attention, mindfulness, we produce joy. And we can help the other person to wake up and to realize that they are lucky also. Darling, don't you see that we are very, very lucky? So produce a feeling of joy is possible at any moment. And the sixth one is to produce happiness. There is some excitement still remaining in joy. But when you actually taste happiness, you are calmer. So there is a little bit difference between joy and happiness. You are very thirsty. You have nothing to drink. You suffer. Suddenly you hear, well, someone is bringing you a bottle of water. And you are not drinking water yet, but hearing that you have joy. And when you practically drink water, you are happy, joy and happiness. And a good practitioner can always bring in a feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness, at any time she wants. So meditation, to meditate is to also to have a capacity to generate the energy of joy and happiness for our nourishment. And we don't need more money, we don't need more power and fame to do that. There are many people who have plenty of fame and power and money, but they are not truly happy. But if we have freedom, insight, mindfulness, concentration, we can be happy right here and right now. Just sit, just breathe, just take a shower, just brush our teeth, just walk, and that can be happiness already. So a good practitioner knows how to produce joy and happiness and maintain them alive as long as they wish. And the seventh is to be aware of pain. Breathing in, I know anger is in me, fear is in me. You are not trying to run away from your pain. Because you are a good practitioner, you know how to handle your suffering, your pain. This morning we practice listening to our pain, our suffering. We learn to embrace our pain, our suffering. That is the practice. A good practitioner knows how to handle a painful feeling, a painful emotion, whenever they begin to manifest. We have to go home and tell the pain in us. Breathing in, I know you are there. Breathing out, I will take good care of you. You are not running away. You are going home to take care of your pain. And if you need, you ask a few brothers and sisters to help you to produce mindfulness so that you can recognize and embrace your pain. So the seventh is mindful of suffering, mindful of pain. Using the energy of mindfulness in order to recognize the presence of the pain, the sorrow, the fear in us. And the eighth is to embrace and to release, to make it, to calm down the painful feeling, to calm down the painful emotion. It is like the third and the fourth. When you breathe in and you become aware of your body, you may notice that there is a lot of stress and tension in your body. And that is why we have to practice the fourth, allow our body to release that tension. That is calming the body, aware of body and calming the body. This is the same. The seven is become aware of the pain, and the eight is to calm down the pain. Just by embracing the pain with mindfulness, embracing your pain with tenderness, not trying to suppress or to cover up your pain. It's like a mother holding her baby that suffers. And the energy of tenderness of the mother begins to penetrate into the body of the baby. And the baby suffers less. So if the practitioner knows how to generate the energy of mindfulness, and in order to hold the pain, there will be a relief after a few minutes. It's called calming the pain. Tâm hành, giác. Tâm hành, tức. Tức means to calm it down. Yesterday's Self magazine sent Thay a few questions on fear. Fear is a painful emotion. Why by facing your fears and working through them lead to a bigger, bolder and happier life? Why is it important to pursue the stuff that scares us? How can we use our fears to drive us instead of hinder us? So anger, fear, despair are the kind of emotion, the kind of feeling that from time to time manifest. And as a practitioner, we need to learn how to handle the block of fear, the block of anger, the block of despair in us. And how? Using our body, our mind, our mindfulness, our concentration. The question here is how to make good use of the energy of fear or anger in order to do positive things. Because fear is an energy, and if you know how to make good use of that energy, you can produce good things. But fear, like anger, are dangerous energies. If you don't know how to make use of them, they will do more harm than good. And many people think of anger as energy and would like to make use of anger in order to, energy of anger in order to do things. It's dangerous. It's like using the energy of fire, or electricity, or gas. They are very dangerous. They can kill us if we don't know how to use fire, or gas, or electricity. So we have to learn how to harness these energies and how to do it. Again, the way is to generate mindfulness, concentration, and insight. We have to ask, we are talking about fear, but fear of what? Fear of dying, fear of being sick, getting sick, fear of failing to do that or this, fear of violence. What kind of fear that you have in yourself? Are you afraid that you will fail in your attempt to do something? Are you afraid of dying, of death, of falling sick? What kind of fear? We have to understand the nature of our fear. We have to look deeply into our fear in order to see what our fear is made of. That is meditation. If we don't understand the nature of our fear, how can we harness it and use it as a kind of energy to do good things? In fact, we know how to harness the gas and electricity and fire to do the cooking, the heating, and so on. But if we know that if we don't do that, it's dangerous kind of energy. So the first question to ask is, what is fear? How is fear made? What is fear made of? When you look into a flower with mindfulness and look deeply, that is an act of meditation. To have the time to look deeply with mindfulness and concentration. We discover the insight that a flower is made only of non-flower elements. We see the sunshine, we see the rain, we see the earth, we see the compost, we see the gardener, and so on. These are called non-flower elements. They have come together in order for the flower to manifest. And if we remove all these non-flower elements, there's no flower left. The same thing is true with our self. Now this is self magazine. If we look into the self, we will discover that the self is made only of non-self elements. Look into us. There are many known as elements, non-self elements. The element of father, of mother, of ancestors. Not only we have a human ancestor, but we have also animal ancestors, vegetable ancestors, and mineral ancestors. We see the food, we see the air, we see the water, we see the education. We see many non-us elements, non-self elements. And if we have not seen them, we have not really seen ourselves. If you have not seen the non-flower elements, you have not really seen the flower. So that is meditation. The same thing is true with fear. When you look into fear, you see non-fear elements, and including the element of wrong perceptions. Fear is born on the ground of illusion and wrong perception. Suppose we speak of the fear of death. Every one of us has the fear of death. We don't want to bring it up and to look. It's not pleasant. We do not want to think of our own death. We try to run away. We try to cover up. We try to get busy. But the Buddha advised us to go home and bring our fear up and look. We have to recognize that birth and death are realities. And if we look deeply, we see that birth and death, they interact. There is no life without death. There is no birth without death. It's like the left and the right. This side is the left and this side is the right. And wherever the left is, the right is. The left cannot be without the right, and the right cannot be without the left. You cannot expect to have only the left. The right is always there with the left. The left and the right, they interact. Without one, the other cannot be. This is the truth that you discover by meditation. If politically you are on the left, you know that that's because the right is there. So you don't wish that the right will disappear totally. Because if the right disappears totally, the left also disappears totally. So right and left interact. They need each other. They lean on each other in order to be possible. I cannot ask his brother to come and take the right to Bordeaux and another sister to come and take the left to Paris. They are always together. So life and death are like that. And that is the outcome of meditation. When we look into ourselves, we see that every moment there are cells that are dying. Death is happening right in here and now. At every moment of our daily life, there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of cells that are dying. And we are so busy, we don't have the time to organize funerals for ourselves. And at the same time, there are many cells that are born at the same time. And we don't have the time to organize birthday parties for ourselves, our new cells. So the fact is that birth and death are happening right in here and the now. Why are you afraid of death? You are dying now, every moment. And you are being born in every moment and die every moment. Because birth and death, they are also together. They engender each other. Without death, there is no life, no birth. If there is no birth, no death. Birth and death, they interact. You cannot take one out of the other. And then you can accept death easily, and you are no longer afraid of that. You think that death is not there in the present moment. Death will be later on. Maybe 50 years from now, or 70 years from now. But if we get the insight of interbeing between birth and death, you know that at that time there will be birth also, because where there is death, there is the birth. It's like in the present moment. Birth is taking place and death is taking place at the same time. And that is the insight that you get when you meditate. That you should not be afraid of the notion of death, because the reality of death is there in every moment. You are dying every moment, and you are being born in every moment. Left and right, they are together, birth and death, also like that. And with that insight, you can remove your fear. And that is why mindfulness, concentration, and insight can help. And with that insight, you can transform your fear into a kind of energy that helps you to live happily and joyfully. Are you afraid of failure? You attempt to do something and you are not sure that you can succeed. You may fail. And you are inhabited by the energy of fear. How you handle the fear? I don't know whether I am good enough to realize that. You are fearful. But what is success? What is failure? Many of us have learned that we fail sometime, but on the base of that failure, we'll do better. There are many people who have got success, but they become victims of their own success. So that is not the kind of success that you want. Many people become victims of their own success. And that is not the kind of success you want. But many people have failed in a number of things we do, and we have learned a lot, and based on that kind of learning, we can do better, and we can get a kind of success that is truly success. And we can never become the victim of that success. Suppose you practice mindful breathing. And you succeed. Because mindful breathing can bring your mind home to your body. Can help you to establish in the here and the now. Can bring joy and peace. That kind of success can never do harm to you. And it depends also your way of doing things. You want to succeed, and you do whatever you can do in order to arrive at that success. And you use means that are not good. And even if you get that success, you ruin yourself as a human being, because you have been using not right action. Right action is the kind of action that goes in the direction of understanding and compassion and truth. Right action is the kind of action without discrimination. Right action is an action based on understanding the insight of inner being. Right action is motivated by compassion. And if everything you do in order to arrive at success is only right action, you don't have to fear anymore. Because by conducting right action, you generate the wholesome energy of goodness, of compassion of peace. And that will be protecting you all your life. And if you use means that are not compassionate, not based on understanding, that can create suffering for other people, even if you arrive at your success, you suffer. You have success, you get the success, but you fail as a human being. Because your action is not right action. Your thinking is not right thinking. Your speech is not right speech. And you have used wrong thinking, wrong speech, and wrong action in order to arrive at your success. That is not a real success, because you have failed as a good human being. And that is why if we care that every thought that we produce should be right thinking, based on the spirit of non-discrimination, the ground of understanding and compassion. If anything we say is right speech, motivated by non-discrimination and compassion, if everything we do with our body is right action, no discrimination, always trying to help and protect and save, and you can assure success. At least to create good energy to protect yourself and protect the world and people. And by conducting right thinking, right speech, and right action, you are no longer subjected to fear of failure, because you will succeed. And that success is for you and for other people also. So using the energy of mindfulness, concentration and insight, every moment of your life is a success already. You don't need half a year or 1 year later in order to have success. Every step is a success. Every breath is a success, because with every step, every breath, you can generate joy and peace and happiness. And if the means are good, the end must be good. One day, Thay participated in a peace march in New York City. There was 500,000 people walking with Thay. They call it peace walk. But many of us did not know how to walk. We hold banner, we shout, "Peace now!" And many of us are angry. And we walk not mindfully. Not many of us walk mindfully. And we do not express peace and joy and brotherhood and non-violence in our peace walk. So Thay was invited to join the peace walk. And Thay said, can we walk peacefully? Can we allow to walk slowly and peacefully and relaxedly? And they said, yes, why not? So we made a group of about 100 people. We did not carry any banner. We have a number of children, and our group knows how to work peacefully and generating the energy of peace and brotherhood and mindfulness with every step. So we joined the march. I remember there is a child walking with Thay in the front, and he was holding a painting, a drawing. They can see birds, trees, flowers, and children. And there is only one word: reverence for life. Reverence for life. That is all. We don't have a stop the war, peace now, or anything, just reverence for life. And our group try to walk peacefully, generating mindfulness, insight, concentration, brotherhood, sisterhood. And behind us there are many groups. And they shout at us, "Can't you walk?" We were walking and they shouted, "Can you walk?" And some of them overtook us. And when they looked back and they saw us walking, they suddenly changed. They don't shout. They didn't shout anymore. They saw that we are peace. The means is the end by itself. Every step is peace. You generate peace and calm and happiness and joy during the walk. And many groups like that. Many groups overtook us, and they always look down to see these kind of people who do not know how to walk. And we have hundreds of thousands of people behind us, and we blocked the walk because we were allowed to walk. And people remember that walk. And they learn that there is no walk to peace. Peace is the walk. So if you want true success, you have to make every moment a success. Success is possible with every step. You don't sacrifice the present for the future, because you know that the future is made only the present. If the present is a success, and then the future must be a success. So taking care of the present moment is about everything you can do in order to assure a good future. And if you know how to conduct your business, your career, your project in such a way, there is no longer fear. We have transformed our fear into something else. We have harnessed our fear into something else, a wholesome energy, the energy of joy, peace, the wholesome energy of compassion, understanding, and non-discrimination. And I think we have to teach this kind of practice in business schools, school of political science, because every one of us are motivated by the desire to succeed. Everyone wants to succeed. And we know that there are many people who have become victims of their own success. They might succeed as a businessman, but they may have or politician, but they might have failed as a good human being. So the ends should not be something different from the means. Time for walking meditation. Enjoy the kingdom of God in the here and the now.
Dear Thay, dear friends, please keep your earphones on, and after Thay leaves the hall, please stay back for a few short announcements.